I played the Taco Bell sound when you said one.
Yeah, I heard it.
And that's the first line of the episode.
Welcome back, Command Liners. Welcome the fuck back.
Pew, pew.
We are lining. We are crying.
Hey there, liners.
Have you guys tried DMT?
Once again, I have to remind the audience not to try DMT.
Don't
Don't-
do
don't
anything
do
we
DMT.
do on the show.
Yeah,
LC's
don't do
for
DMT,
fucking
and that's
bitches.
not a Joe Rogan reference.
You guys ever had DMT?
If you believe
That
in
was a
any of the
Joe
stuff that
Rogan
we do,
If you think command line is real, don't take DMT.
Yeah,
don't
that's
fucking touch DMT.
don't.
Treat-
Don't fuck with swords.
treat DMT like you would treat a young person. If
Simon,
you're an
it's the
adult.
title first, right? It's the title first.
Yeah, it's title, then quote, then last time on.
Mm-hmm.
It has
Whoa.
been posted.
The missing piece. It is you who speak and you who listen. Just when do you think what is absent will appear? God is the one with no other. There is nothing like me, I am one. The very notion of place, in truth, is trouble. When you let go of whereness, you will find us. al-Hasan, al-Shushtari, Songs of Love and Devotion.
And,
We are
and for
so
anybody,
fucked.
You guys are
anybody-
quite fucked. Would you like to explain why and how?
No, Ricardo, what were you gonna say?
for anybody who heard God is the one with no other and told the devil, shame on you. Shame on you.
Yep.
That's all I wanted to say.
So, the reason we're fucked is because our day started by being on a train, being trapped on a train with Samson. That's never a
Yeah.
good way you want your day to start. That usually leads. Yeah.
Hey man, I was having a good time. I was token up with somebody that I was trying to get close to, and then there was a gunshot, and I had to urge her to get to safety as quickly as possible because my understanding was that she was a normal civilian. Not that I'm not, but you know, I'm into this stuff. So she left the narrative and a gaping hole in where my heart would have been if we had actually gotten close whatsoever. But I will narratively miss her and the opportunities that her existence implied, and instead had to deal with a giant man who was killing my friends. And then we all collectively forgot that we were magic and tried to kill this man by normal means, and then completely threw off the course of the entire RPG by sequence breaking.
We did
Yeah, but
sequence break.
Trying to tackle him into the next dimension.
Mm-hmm. And we missed.
Yeah, we wound up somewhere we weren't expecting and found some sort of dubious receptacle, dubious container in which contained a lady.
Mm-hmm.
A lady who, the liners might remember. We've seen her on screen before. She was that lady who Sheila saw outside Alvis's window in session 2,
Mm-hmm.
who she then forgot about.
Beware the forgotten ones.
Or not beware them, but look out for them. More vague than beware.
I definitely interpreted that as beware. So,
No,
but Jack's
it's
opinion is like, oh shit, if she's a forgotten one, that means we're in like it's real bad now. It's real bad now.
Yeah, it was more just like, hey, look out for them.
Yeah, but it's look out for them and not look out for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's look out like how you would look out for the Lorax.
Right.
I was gonna say the law.
What I have in my notes is what I have in my notes is even more fucking vague, which is watch out for the forgotten ones. Which the use of the term "watch out" is like it's either bad. Watch out because they're bad, or watch out because they're good.
Yeah, I have lookout. I have lookout.
So
tools.
thanks, Eugene. God.
Eugene.
Oigany.
So now we're in this like nowhere dimension with a lady who I know by the name of Emily because she's involved in my backstory in some amount, and Samson, who walked up to her and was like, "Oh, I know you." He said that she was the he
Director. He called her
referred to her as
director.
director. Yeah.
That's bad news.
Wasn't Samson like kind of messed up though?
Oh no, we totally fucked him up.
Yeah.
We threw him off. That's different. When he arrived in the place with us, he was catatonic with a dim light coming from his eyes. We were in a pitch black super garage hangar. Yeah, we were in a pitch black hangar. My nose is messing me up. Pardon me for a moment.
I don't know why, but I read these episodes like Star Wars episodes. That's just how they read in my brain to me.
Oh, like the titles?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I mean, when I imagine the quote, I imagine it appearing as the quotes do at the beginning of Clone Wars episodes.
Yeah, that's
like,
exactly what I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't mean to be disrespectful and say Star Wars. I meant to be I meant to praise you and say Clone Wars.
That show was better on average than the 9 Star Wars movies, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's last time on Command Line. That Emily ? She's the red-haired lady in the white dress. She's hanging out.
I threw Alvis my keys.
Yeah. Hopefully,
was
Alice and Pearl get to hang out.
Mm-hmm. That would be hilarious to come back to.
Yeah.
Was Emily waiting on the sunset, baby?
Sunset Baby?
I was making a Taylor Swift reference.
Okay.
Okay, good, because I had no idea what the hell you were talking about.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a false flag operation.
Standing in a red dress, waiting on the sunset or something. I don't know. I listened to Taylor Swift exactly one time.
I see.
You should do more of that.
Taylor
Swift is really good.
Hi guys, you're in a ghost hangar.
Yeah.
Spoopy.
I'd say you're standing at about a semicircle around
We don't know her name.
Yeah, well, you did.
I know one of her name. She has told me a name that she's gone by like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have said that aloud. You're standing in like a semicircle around her. There is a crude train car behind her, which is actively like caving in. Not in like a extremely noisy kind of way, but in a very like sudden and jittery way.
We should have thrown Samson's body onto that train earlier when we had the chance.
Let's see. And Samson is like kind of outside of your semicircle. Now,
towards the concave or the convex?
He's on the outside of the circle.
Yeah, we're surrounding this lady.
Okay.
And Samson's like in between, past us. we are in between him and her.
All right, folks. Let's not this is not in character. So I should drop the voice then. Let's not forget that we're magic this time. Okay.
Yeah, that's a
I
good.
I think we're especially magic in this place. I could be wrong though.
Now, if I recall correctly,
We're at least more willing to try.
If I recall correctly, Simon, you specified at the end of last session that you wanted to have an action queued up. I'm gonna give you about 10 seconds to remember what that was.
No, I remember what it is.
Do it.
I opened the case.
I forgot entirely about the case.
Yeah. We stole that case from Samson.
Samson had a metal case on, changed to his wrist that got busted off when he got hit in the head with a bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Here's what I'll say about that. So the case, you smash it off by smashing a chair over his arm. It previously was locked, but when you did that, you broke it off of his wrist, and you also broke the lock on it. It was still latched. You open the case and are met with stacks of papers and manila folders. Also, there's also a like some paperwork in there, like some like a passport, driver's license, and a small revolver, like a snub nose.
Yeah. Okay.
Samson says to all of you, how the hell did we end up here? He says with a gun leveled at you guys.
Well, I wasn't very well going to keep you on the train, now was I?
He's like shifting up towards you guys to he's closing distance with a gun leveled at you. Emily is like kneeling on the ground. She's like still dazed or something.
Okay.
I think I'm going to back up towards Emily.
Me too.
When you take one step towards her, Jack, when you take one step towards her, Samson swivels his gun to point at you and says, "Now what are you doing? Now, what are we doing here, and what are you going to do with her?"
Hey, you're the guy with a gun, man. I'm standing in, and I was trying to stand in defense of a helpless woman
who you seem to value quite a bit. What's the story on that?
His eyes shift over to yours.
Yeah.
And he,
I say, peering into this case.
Hey, Samson.
I was going to say I'm going to do a hard move. Do a hard move here, which is have an NPC talk to another NPC.
Yeah.
Which is Samson says to Emily, like deliberately ignoring your question or like cutting you off. He says, "Director, are you all right?" And she responds like kind of faint and meekly, like, "My head is still settling," and she's like clutching it as she's like trying to get like her feet under her. So Sheila, when you're looking through this case, there are like I said, there's a bunch of like case files in it. And you open up like a couple of them that are on top, and when you open the first one, you're met with. Does Sheila have a driver's license? That's a no, right?
That's a no.
Okay, your high school photo.
Okay, fantastic.
It's a file on you.
I see.
And you flip
That's
through
so, bro. Okay.
and you flip through a couple more. And there's one for Jack and Danny. And fucking Derek.
Is there one for that other guy?
There's one for Derek.
Uh-huh.
It's a little thinner.
Sure.
Does it have like a stamp on it?
Yeah, it says on it says captured.
Oh,
He
yeah.
has that stamped over. He has that stamped over like a picture of him in like his football jock outfit.
Would it not be apprehended?
It's whatever they put on the stamp, man.
It's whatever they put on the stamp.
Is that not what they put on the stamp? I feel like apprehend is a little more clinical. Whatever.
Doesn't matter. Anyways, but most of what's in here is a very thick fold on the bottom where you open that up, and there is there's no picture on it, but the name at the top of that folder is Dr. Alvis.
No picture, you say? Interesting.
Yeah.
If he'll allow me, the papers all go in my bag.
Sure, yeah. You're reading through this for the next like bout of dialogue.
Yeah.
Do I get to see what's in that briefcase? Mine eye shot.
I can gesture it over to you like a folder with like your picture on it.
I feel like you might be a little distracted by a gun pointed at you. I feel like Sheila is just crazy enough to not care.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pointed at Jack. It's not pointed at me.
Good point.
That's a cool.
Oh, it's pointed to yeah.
Well, I guess we have marching order established then.
Yeah. All right. Samson has. Let's see. You said.
Wait, hold on.
You were stepping up to defend a helpless lady. Yeah. Let's see.
So I saw it was in those, right? Just clarifying that.
You can look in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, Samson says to you, I guess Jack, because he's talking to you now. I could come up with a dozen guesses why you would come here, but why'd you bring me? And he like stops shifting forward.
A dozen is like really high.
What? I gotta be honest, man. It was really the only thing that I could think to do.
What?
Yeah. Listen, I'm new to this. hang on. Let me give you a straighter read on that. Listen, man, I'm kind of new to this.
He he takes a second look at all of you. I feel like the Danny laughing is canon.
No, I definitely laugh.
My reaction is also canon. I'm just a slow nod.
I think he lowers his gun and like holsters it in his jacket, and then just like walks between you and up to Emily.
Now, where do you think you're going?
Does he get past us?
Do you want to stop him?
If he starts walking, I say that to him.
He would respond to you very, very shortly with, "I'm checking if she's all right."
Mm.
And he like helps her. He like helps her to her feet by like grabbing her wrist.
I don't know how mean I want to be right now.
I tap him on his shoulder. No, just like just like
Yeah, because it's your turn, I guess, to do
Yeah,
something
yeah.
suicidal.
Yeah.
just just like hey, pay attention to me, please.
Yeah. You have his attention. He turns to face you.
I show him my paper and I'm like, whoa, dude, you must really love us to do this.
That's a police file, numb nuts.
Sheila snatches it back from you.
I looked the wrong way. I need to look this way.
Oh no, I need to look that way. Give me that.
He
why do
he
you have
reiterates to Emily, ma'am, are you all right? And she responds, like, now that I'm free, I feel like I'm a lot better now. She's like, she finally gets to like lift her head up and like look at all you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a connection roll out of everyone she looks at, which is you three?
Sure.
All right. Who do you want to
what
go
the
first?
hell? I love when the first roll is weird. That always sets a good precedent for the rest of the session.
I got 25.
25.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I can connect who this lady is.
8. Ooh, 2
Ooh,
25s
we'll
and
do
an
that.
8.
I love having no connection. It's so fun. No, like I mean that for real. I mean that for real.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's so fun having a shit stat.
Yeah, right? That's how I did when I played Funny Priest Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'll say is an immediate outcome of those is Jack and Sheila, you realize that you're crying.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Like you're not like weeping. You know, your eyes are leaking like you have like a subtle allergy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see. Samson does not cry.
Okay.
Danny, you do not cry either.
Roma, I have a sort of tangential question.
Yeah.
Should we have added anything to the back of our character sheets at this point?
I noted something.
Okay.
You guys all have a funny thing on the back of your character sheets, right?
I have a triangle.
We all have triangles.
Yeah, we all have a triangle.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just checking that that's still correct.
Yeah, that's still correct.
Okay.
Well, Samson says, kind of to the group, well, I didn't think I'd get here this fast. But do you guys at least know where here is?
As far as I'm aware, we ended up here on accident, Jack.
Yeah, we aimed for the train station and missed.
You can do that?
I guess. I know that I initiated the casual moment, but Jack is really thrown off by how he's getting casual back.
Damn humans are
Yeah,
too
that's
weird. That's his response to your statement.
What did he say?
He said, "Damned humans are too weird."
Yeah, right.
Wait. Cannon reaction.
Canon reaction.
Wait. Are you who I think you are? Oh my god. I didn't think they would look like this.
He raises a point. Well, first things first, and he takes his gun back out and like checks that it's chambered.
Okay, then I do something.
He's not. The thing that he says as a follow up is, "Well, we got to get out of here."
Hold on. There's. You have to make some attempt at. I guess bridging the gap here. In order for us to comfortably associate with you, and in order for there to be a we.
Yeah, I don't parlez-vous, none of that shit.
All right. I wonder if I could. And then I'm gonna try and like connect back to Dr. Alvis, see if they're like just like reaching my attention, see what's up.
Okay.
Is that a thing and in this moment trying out whether that's a thing I can do or not.
Okay.
I'm trying to line up a shot so that we can so that I can maybe aim our way out of here.
Yeah. Go ahead and yeah, I mean, I'm going to give you that as a Jack, I'm going to give you advantage on this for a very particular reason that you won't remember, but I will give you advantage on it.
Fascinating.
Fantastic.
If anyone wants a hint where to find that in the show, it was 2 episodes ago.
Okay.
What the hell?
Okay.
It was something that I said, "Well, Jack, that was a good roll. I'm gonna let that roll forward."
I think I have an idea what that might be.
Oh shit! Oh, cool. All right.
18.
All right, 18.
That +9 is really saving my ass.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what happens, Jack. You turn your head in kind of like, off in a direction like 45 like away from the conversation a little bit. At this point that like train car has like crunched itself like down really small. Like it's about the size of like a beach ball now. And it's just like a pile of like shredded metal. And you turn your head off like away from the conversation, and something you notice at like the corner of your eye is that something you notice out of the corner of your eye is that like Emily turns the same way as you. Like she's like looking where you are. You see a vision of Alvis. The train has stopped, and he is trying to get your car off of the like train car that's on.
Yeah.
The seems to have like a renewed vigor about him.
Mm-hmm.
His posture is very very forthright, and he is yes, posture is very forthright. He is not fucking around or like bumbling as much as you are used to seeing him. Also, he is attempting to start your car to like drive it over the one in front of it because he's not waiting for them to unload.
Come
Okay,
on, man. That's a nice
still
car.
crazy.
Yeah, no, he's channeling right now. Yeah, the way the cars are like laid up is that they're like all kind of arched back,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just like, fucking put it in 4-wheel drive, roll over the one in front, and then just hard turn right off the train onto the platform.
Oh yeah, well, I suppose he has places to be pretty soon.
Yeah.
Like
There's
not
like
in jail.
there's some let's see. Wait, what did you just take? You got you got an 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll say that from like you can't see like very far away from where he is. You can you can hear a little bit. Although it's like kind of muffled in like warbly as if it's underwater.
That's accurate.
There's you say that just to make me laugh, which I find funny, but I also know it's true.
Yeah. When you're spotlighting like that, you can't see very far when you're just starting out, and sound is a fuck.
Yeah. There's like there is like a very loud sound of like sirens. Like it sounds like there's sounds like it doesn't sound like police sirens. It sounds like an air raid siren is going off.
I see.
Unpleasant.
Guys.
That's what you see. There's a lot of like guards or not guards. There's like, you know, staff trying to like get him to stop, but no one's gonna get in the way of a car.
No.
He gets it off the train and like trundles it down like a staircase as people are starting to like run around.
Hope you fucking fix that.
Yeah, it's gonna fuck up the tires, but
Yeah, it's gonna fuck up the wheels. Shit.
I like that this is his thought process right now.
yeah.
Right.
He's not thinking of any Telos right now.
No, it's all Telos. It's all Telos.
Oh, did I use it wrong?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
No tactics, all end game. Yeah, that's what you see. Oh, when you're there, like looking at him, you can see like within your vision, Emily is also there with you. But when you like turn to look at her, it like snaps you back to where you're at.
Speaking of,
back to this conversation.
You know, the last thing I said is,
yeah.
He was like, "Oh, first things first, we gotta get out of here." And I was like, whoa, hold on. There's no we yet. We need to like clear up some discrepancies.
First question.
Well, he says to you, well, my mission was come here and save. My mission was to save the director, and
from what?
He looks over at her, like looking like wistfully off into the distance.
Yeah.
Along with Jack. He's like, and it seems like we did that. DM says, thinking that this is going to take a lot longer.
Yeah.
Oh. You let me know when I'm back and can react.
Yeah. In one turn, Sheila, you wanted to.
I mean,
with a
I
question?
guess she'd probably ask like, what is your organization and what are its goals?
Samson, he can tell you this in particular. Let me.
Come on, Sheila. He's clearly an alien.
I'm no longer disputing that.
I think he's alien to us. You know, you gotta
Yeah, that's
broaden
what
the
alien
definition of
means.
what. Yeah.
What he says to you, Sheila, is, well, if it's clear, well, since I know who you are, fair enough. I'm Samson. I'm head of security for Director Emily Maki.
So that is your real name.
It's my chosen name.
No, I met her.
She doesn't respond. She is looking into a corner, seemingly with Jack.
Yeah. Anyway, what?
Samson says, she went missing after I saw you guys in Nevada or New Mexico. She went missing.
She must have been in that bomb or tied to it somehow. But wait, why are you? You're with the feds. What's your angle here?
Well, how long did you stick around after that thing dropped?
That was a pretty quick exit. We thought you and your buddies might not want to overstay our welcome.
That was definitely the right call for you. Seemed like most of your buddies didn't make it out. After that bomb dropped, I woke up in that subway you mentioned.
Right.
And I found my way back out. When I did, all the cogs in the area had gone crazy, and they were murdering your buddies.
That's what you are, right?
I'm an older model. Wait, do I have I have to check. I can check a date if you want to know. I want him to say when he was commissioned.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. 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 I'm an early model. I was commissioned back in the 60s.
That's really recent.
So the United States government has been manufacturing these, these tin men to be their.
I wanna cut Sheila off.
Yeah.
I wanna ask this. Did Alvis make you?
Good question.
That's a great question.
That's really
that
good.
is a question I thought I was going to have. I thought I was going to be able to ask you. Check that file in there. Check that file in there, Sheila.
She, looks, flips through Albus's thing. She hasn't read any of them yet. She skimmed them.
Yeah.
She was saving that one because she knew that there would be some shit in there, so she wasn't going to surprise herself with any information.
Yeah.
In this sensitive situation. But she's checking now.
Yeah. Inside it shows there is some records of some very sparse records of Dr. Alvis. His birth date isn't in there.
Right.
I suspected.
There is they have his they have it's mostly blacked out, like 95% of it. It's a very thick file. But most of it is blacked out except for dates. The most recent date in it is if you flip through them to the last page, there's a lot of entries in the 30s and 40s.
Okay.
And right after 1945, it basically goes cold. There's one. The last entry on it is. Let's see. I have that written down.
This is very interesting.
Okay, yeah. Dang it, I don't have one. I don't have a specific one to name. So I'll just say that yeah, in 1955 it says or sorry,
1945? That's what you said first.
1945 is the last, is where the last of the full entries come in. In 1950, okay. It says what's it called? Subject dismissed from insert East Coast city. It was Boston or something. Somewhere a little creepy, but a little upscale. Dismissed from a Boston psychiatric ward.
Mm-hmm.
Or a mental institution from long-term care.
Yeah.
After that, trail goes cold. Let's see. If you, what else would you be able to glean from these files? You could probably glean from these files some locations, but not specifics. It would tell you countries, and from you,
what?
Seems like Alva spent the 1930s abroad in Europe, in Western Europe.
Cool. Nice.
Mainly spending time across France and Germany.
Okay. Sheila skims the document, says, well, this isn't news to us. We know the doctor's past is foggy. He seems to have these mental blocks, like I had about her. But they're far more severe.
let's see. Oh wait, I wasn't paying quite enough attention. Did you just say Dr. Alvis's name just now? Did you say his name out loud? Sorry.
I said the doctor.
Said the doctor.
But Danny said Dr. Alvis.
Oh, okay. With that, Jack, you come back into
Alvis.
the picture.
Yeah.
There you go. That's good.
And so does Emily. Emily pipes up to you guys and says, you have two characters in one room that I'm like, oh, this there's so much knowledge here.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of what they would say. Yeah. I guess she would ask you, I guess she would just ask you guys, like, where, do you know Alvis? Do you know if he's all right?
I mean,
I haven't been able to check on him in a long time.
Well, you should know that just now. Didn't you just wiretap my eyes or something?
Sheila. So, yeah. You have that interaction, then Sheila.
He looked in a bad way.
I believe that the way he looked is normal, right? Me as a
more or less.
not normal, but like, yeah,
normal for him.
Normal for him, I guess.
Honestly, he looks a little more functional than normal. Anyway, wait, who the fuck are you?
Sheila says to her, I know you checked on him on May 7th. The snowstorm? You remember that, don't you?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, she would say to that, after that storm, I got lost again, and it felt like I got pulled into it, and I ended up here. I think Alvis is in trouble.
I'm still unclear and distrustworthy of your motivations. And she says that like to the both of them.
She looks like kind of shocked and distraught at this, and Samson basically just nods like, yeah, that makes sense.
You
should think that.
She says that to both of them. Then she says to Emily, I can only continue to speculate until we have some time to ourselves about your involvement on this and what implications that has for myself. But that's neither here nor there right now. How much of an asset is the doctor?
Samson says in response to that, there's been a international manhunt for him for the last at least 15 years.
What side of that manhunt are you on?
I'm looking for him.
Yeah, that's obvious. Why?
Why do you think? I mean, this guy was just trying to kill us like 5 minutes ago.
Precisely, which is why I'm skeptical in the prospect of getting out of here together.
He says, in response to you, Maki ordered me to do it. That's all I need. And she responds to that like, Why do you keep calling me that? That's not my name.
Then what is it?
She fall. Oh wait, no, hold on, wait. She follows that up. She follows that up with, "I just want to see that my son's okay."
Oh shit!
Huh. Well, I can trust that more than.
Hold on.
anything.
What? Alvis is like 1 million. You.
She looks.
She looks like she's in her 30s, right? That's I'm remembering that correctly.
She looks like high 20s, maybe.
Okay.
She looks like, you know, 25, probably 25, 27, probably like, you know, like in peak health.
Mhm.
Jack, this woman, I believe she's some sort of psychic ghost. I don't think the same rules apply.
All right, cool.
Samson is very confused.
Yeah, and yeah, Samson is just a robot. Cringe.
If you want to make sure that Albus is safe, then
Samson says to you, Danny, and you're just a meat sack.
Good as that.
True.
If you want to make sure he's safe, I don't know what we can trust. Can you help him? Or is he beyond that? And also, past that, I think helping us understand any of the nuances of this situation would just really be enlightening. But I've been trying to ask for what has been 20 minutes.
Okay, so
real quick.
Oh yeah.
Before you answer that, I don't crystal clear remember the ending of last session. Did you in any way express your knowing this woman to us?
Sheila?
Like at all? Yeah.
I think Sheila said.
Sheila muttered to herself, Emily. That's her name. That's what I've been trying to think of this whole time. But no, she's just been going off on a tear, not filling anybody in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good that I'm remembering that correctly then.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question I'm answering, Sheila, could you repeat it for me? Or just like run it by me one more time?
Just like the first question was, can you help Albus if you want to make sure he's, doing okay? And like, also, can you help us understand any amount of the nuance of the situation? Because we're fucking lost, and if you want our help, you need to gain our trust.
Yeah, here's yeah, here's what she says to that. I've been watching over Alvis for as long as he's been alive. And right now his biggest danger to him is himself. I can't get back to him right now. And she holds up her hand and like tied around like her wrist and like her like pinky finger on her right hand is like that gold thread that that I guess Jack would recognize.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also the thread that we all grabbed onto to pull her out of the train car, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And like the end of it is like floating off, like kind of just right in front of her, like in the room. There's also a second line, and that is like going off in like a direction. That line is like
Second line emanating from her.
from her wrist. Yeah.
Okay.
That one is like spiky. It looks like a heartbeat monitor for someone who's having a heart attack.
Mm.
It has like electricity coming off of it. Yeah, that's there if you look at her weird, which I'll say, Jack, you're currently doing, and
Yeah.
it kind of like jumps up into the visible spectrum when she like holds her hand up, and then she puts her hand back down, and it like goes back to being not in the visible spectrum.
Does she have any input for my second question?
Which was, I apologize.
Provide us context so we will trust you and help you. Otherwise, we won't do that.
Okay.
Like just justify and explain what the hell's going on here, so that you might better motivate us to be on your side.
Okay. She says to you, I've been dead for a long time. But
Adds up.
But my body it's still looking out there for Alvis. And it wants to do the same thing it did to me to him.
Which is turn you into some sort of psychic ghost.
I think it wants to pen him up like I was.
Oh. Do you... This happened to you after the deployment of some sort of device, as far as I can tell, which Tin Man over here was trying to stop us from stopping happening. So just have that context.
For what it's worth, you shot first.
It's important to be decisive in these types of situations.
What were you doing there?
Trying to stop
In all fairness,
the bomb, the device, to try to stop this from happening, apparently, unbeknownst to us.
How did you find out about that? I didn't even know it was getting tested.
We've been led around by the reins.
Dude, shut up. Shut up.
Me?
Like, they're feds, right? Like we're all square that they're feds.
Sure.
Should we be helping these people? Should we just be fucking running right now? What the shit?
Well, you make a good point, which is why I've still not decided if we should trust them or not. I'm more curious than anything. I've
For what it's worth, I quit my job.
we need.
So I guess technically I'm a civ.
Time out.
And we're back.
Welcome back. Technical difficulties. I have hot wings.
Simon, while you were getting hot wings, gave me a question that Sheila has for the room.
Yeah, that I tried to ask before, but it got lost in translation.
Yeah, so I'm just going to treat it as if it was just asked now. Got time to answer questions, guys. What in this is a sticky note that says, what is the name, nature, and objective of the organization Emily is director of? this is a question that when you ask it, Samson is the one who is able to give a response. Oh, and he says to you, well, cogs don't really have a name other than I guess what some of the Humies call us. We're a decentralized, mostly decentralized, mostly special operations unit that files under many of the different named organizations that you know about. FBI, CIA, Marines, Navy, etc.
You're so not an alien. It's so boring.
See?
Did you all think I was an alien?
No,
Dan thinks everybody's an alien.
I assume, yeah.
That's just not true.
What did you ask me when we first met? Never mind.
Yeah, you have alien-like qualities. Don't get mad at me. I was your mother. I'm not your parents.
No, you're not.
And presumably you quit because you were seeking your own proof about the situation.
I always had well, at the start, obviously, I was a good soldier who followed orders. Did a lot of fucked up shit, as you can imagine in that line of work.
Yeah, you don't say.
A lot of the cogs nowadays are linked up directly to the network, so they're a lot less personable. I'm an older model, so I have to jack in manually every once in a while to receive orders.
What network?
Have you ever heard of the internet?
Well, sure.
Huh. Man, this keeps getting weirder. All right.
No, that seems very clear to me.
Sure.
Something about that track.
Because why not at this point, right?
Sheila, there's one other thing I forgot. When you open that case and you're flipping through your own files, I'm going to go give you something that is in your file.
Okay. Fantastic.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, this is great.
For the folks at home, we have also talked about.
It's my fucking note that I left in the taping room.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's in a little evidence bag.
That's fucking hilarious.
It's been dusted for fingerprints, and they match yours.
Makes sense.
You're in the system?
I was gonna say, I don't think they would have my prints, but all right.
You were arrested when you were like 13.
Wait.
I was! That's so true.
What were you doing, Sheila?
Trespassing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's actually
for the folks at home, I would like to say that a bit of a conversation that we've had off mic that we're probably getting back to while we were having technical difficulties is that Emily is probably like a Dale Cooper situation from The Return of Twin Peaks. And if you don't know what we're talking about, stay tuned.
Yeah, which also that note
Dougie Jones.
That note is directly relevant to that thing that we were just talking about before that. Directly relevant to the fact that Sheila was trespassing as a kid and got arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now let's see. Trying to think who has the most pressing follow. I feel like you guys definitely still have questions, so feel free to hit these two with another one.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
Samson,
that train car is now a small cube, about it's about
like
5
Rubik's Cube
centimeters,
size?
5 centimeters cubed,
Okay.
and it's like perfectly flat.
Okay.
It has stopped moving.
Cool.
I throw a nickel at it.
It sticks to the side.
Hey.
It also turns black, like the cube itself.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can get rid of this.
So,
yeah. Fun fact: nickel is magnetic. Go watch the Star Wars lecture.
Iron, nickel, and cobalt, center of the earth.
Was that the first plug we've had? I think so.
Probably.
Anyway, Samson, sorry to say it, but you're kind of boring. Emily, so what great and terrible event led to you being here?
When that device was used, how long ago was it?
Month or so.
42 days.
Mm.
Month and a half.
I had that time lined out. It's been about a month and some change.
Okay.
When that device was used, I was cut off from the rest of the world, and something that had been trying to pull me in for a very long time finally got hold of me. I just barely managed to keep a thread going to Alvis.
Do you know what that is? That thing pulling you in.
She points at the cube.
Sure, but like, who made it? What are their motivate? Like, you gotta give me more here. I can't formulate the story from nothing.
And then she starts to answer with like a concerned look on her face, like as if she's not sure whether or not she should say it. And then Samson finishes her sentence and says, as far as I can dig up, that's also Dr. Alvis's work.
Oh.
I think that's one of the reasons why they want him back.
You see, this is what I was worried about.
I mean, I guess it makes sense that Alvis would be trying to stop all of this. If the unbroken Alvis knows how this stuff is supposed to go, then if they did something bad with his shit, then listen, this has been a bit of a day, so words aren't exactly with me. And Jack just like trails off for a second and then starts looking out into the black,
Yeah.
Total
like the
recall.
rest of the room that we're in.
Yeah. The room has gotten a little lighter. You can like see farther now that like cursed object isn't sucking up all the light in the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can like see to that like probably like 200 feet away in like each direction. You're like inside of a square hangar. And there is like
Mhm.
a layer of like liquid fog at the edges.
Liquid fog?
Yeah, like black, like kind of black fog wall at the very edge.
Hmm. Like the fog of war in an RTS.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, Sheila had definitely speculated before about
Sheila had definitely
About
speculated before about. Oh no, Simon, we're on the same internet. How? We're on land.
Am I here?
You are now
Am I
here.
here?
Sheila had definitely speculated before.
Speculating about the nature of Alvis's involvement in this, and whether or not he also used to be a Fed, and through workplace trauma, workplace accidents, lost that, is now attempting to like seek it out, from like the leftover unconscious impulses.
Emily, Emily responds to that with, the Alvis I know would never use one of his machines to hurt somebody.
Most men of science in this field tend to get corrupted after some time. That's what the history books say.
Yeah, have you seen
so
Oppenheimer?
You can just say, don't you know Oppenheimer?
Right.
I want to be funny. Yeah, I know.
He's just a real guy.
Yeah, I know he's a real
he
guy.
is just a real person. It's very funny to me that Danny would just casually name drop Oppenheimer.
But
Yeah, did you know that nukes were originally created not for war against other people, but potentially in defense against aliens?
Wait, someone have something to say about that? I'm thinking about that.
Cool. So he's Iron.
Samson would say in response to your comment about nukes, that he would correct you and say that nukes weren't made for humans to use against other humans. They were made to be used against humans.
By
Samson has now become interesting again.
I think he's implying him and
by
his guy.
you?
Yeah.
Well, I forget that I'm from Texas. By y'all?
Yes, thank you. We need to stay accurate.
Y'all.
Except for
I never picked up y'all when I actually lived in Texas. The whole time that I was there.
I say y'all. I legitimately.
I have picked up y'all like so fucking hard.
I mean, you live in
It's
in
really good.
Georgia. I feel like you could say y'all.
Right? No, like from living here. I said it even before I started living here, but since living here, it has like stuck as a thing I say.
I just want everybody at home to know that every time I've ever said y'all in a place that you could hear me, which is many, it has been a conscious choice.
Yeah, you're doing a bit.
Or something like that. Yeah.
Samson adds to your question, your previous question, Jack. That again, I'm just a foot soldier for. I never decided where we marched. I just led the march.
Right. Nuremberg defense. Got it.
He doesn't. He doesn't seem like he's looking for like a. Like he's not trying to offer you an excuse. He's just explaining that. Yeah.
I, as a player, know that.
Yeah. No, please feel free to still hate him, but
if I had a bond on my character sheet for Samson, it would be I will fight him to the ends of the earth.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah, you ended up here.
I wanna huddle up to Sheila and be like and say this
Yeah.
So like I don't need to speak this softly. So like do you think we should tackle Alvis into here and he might remember something or the other? I don't know.
It's a strategy. We now have any amount of an angle for interrogating his amnesia.
How do you feel? I hate that this doesn't work anymore because the order is anyways. How do you feel about letting him see Emily?
I was going to. I mean, let's ask her. Let's see what she has any insight, and work backwards from there.
Okay.
Emily, when you say you're Alvis's mother, is that in a literal sense or a more metaphorical, mythological sense?
She is confused with the question. But gives you the straight answer of I am Alvis's mother.
Okay, biologically that's clear. Gotcha.
He was born in Texas in he knows the precise date.
Yeah, no, she knows her boy's birthday.
Boy's birthday.
She was there.
Yeah.
That's kind of
She was
important.
very involved with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, unlike Doofenshmirtz parents who went there.
Yeah.
He was born I was born June 1st, 1889 in Texas.
Mm.
So he's 109.
That's
probably spurred along
that's
by
not
some
100
sort of.
that's not 109. That is 90.
1889. Yeah, okay.
He's about to be 91.
91. See, arithmetic is just spelling. And if it's one thing I can't do.
Yeah. Arithmetic is spelling. I'm dyslexic. I also thought it was 119. So, and I am dyslexic. Do you know anything about the nature of his
He's Chewbacca?
amnesia, about his mental block?
Well, I think you've gotten rid of at least part of it today. With when you let me go. She says like she's like she's like pacing around the other side of the cube.
Yeah.
And like looking at it. Like it might like snap at her.
Yeah.
There.
Did she react visibly at all when I threw the nickel at it?
No.
Okay.
Let's see. Follow. What else to that question? Oh, nature of his lock. Yes. So okay. So this is something that she actually can answer. That's correct. She says soon after my death, the first. Oh.
Whoa.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm trying to fix the camera,
All right.
but
Yeah. Emily says someone's gonna have technical issues every episode. It's fine.
It's not a technical issue. I'm trying to fix it. Well, that is true, but I'm trying to fix the camera.
Vanity.
Yeah.
It is vanity.
Yeah, Emily says, soon after my passing, before I could slip away onto, before I could board that train, I was pulled back up to the surface by Alvis, and I got to be with him at least in spirit for a while. And I was watching over him for as much as I could. But after after the Second Great War, he was put in a mental institution for a long time, and she starts to like get very very emotional. She doesn't cry, but like she is getting very like choked up.
Right.
But am I still crying?
No, you stopped after like
Okay.
a little bit. But like, you have a very strong empathy for this lady whenever you look at her.
Yeah.
She ticks every like moe protection box in your lizard brain. She like through choked words, she says, I they they did terrible things to him while he was in there. I think they took most of his brilliance away and left him as, well, the husk you see now. He was once a great man. Samson has like wandered off. He is like inspecting this boundary, kind of off in the distance. He's like shining a flashlight on it, like expecting something to stick out, but it's just like a wall of like swirling mass.
Emily, you stated.
I have an interjection.
Okay, yeah.
Player to player, you have told us about the Alvis and Vulcan Fury, right? It's been like a month and change since we actually recorded that bit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no,
We've
that was
talked a lot
all.
about it. Okay.
Yeah.
And that I thought that was the basis for us interrogating Vulcan, but I wasn't 100% sure if that was something that was shared still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what is
Okay.
this theory? What's happening?
You know the theory. It's the Pyramithra theory.
That something Vulcan something Alvis
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
something Pyramithra something doppelgangers.
Yeah.
Doppelgangers or the same or part of the same.
Split.
Split.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Um. Anyone want to?
Anyway, you were starting to
Ask a question.
ask a question, but if it's not like with conviction, then I was going to break in about
Please do.
Vulcan.
What? Okay.
You know a guy named Professor Vulcan?
Guess that's just Sheila.
First name Professor, last name Vulcan.
First name Professor, last name Vulcan. She just kind of shakes her head like, no.
Oh, there goes that theory.
For what it's
Vulcanelli?
For what it's worth,
That one.
most of my living memories died with me. I can only remember I can only remember bits and pieces of it, but I don't think I ever knew someone with that by that name.
Yeah. I don't.
Wait, hold on. Is it Vulcan Gray? Have we been
Yes.
fucking up this whole time?
Yeah,
Okay.
his
He
name is
says-
Vulcan Gray.
Yeah.
Okay, then I would have asked the whole thing. It would have been Vulcan Gray.
Yeah, she has the same answer for that.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to amend that
I mean,
just in case.
Jack, Charlie, you said it, but I'll say it again so Roma hears. What about a Fulcanelli?
She continues to shake her head like, I don't know who that is.
That's fair. That's fair. You.
So I assume the only reason you remember Alvis is because of that string? That tether to him?
She nods.
Okay.
About as clear of an answer as I can give.
Oh.
Do you
Hey, big man. Do you know Vulcanelli? Vulcanelli? Or Vulcan Gray? Either of those guys?
He says, like, he like calls back from over like 100 feet away, and he's like, Vulcan, that guy was your teacher, right? What about him?
do you know
Don't worry about it, I guess.
do you know where your physical body is?
Yeah, you mentioned something about that. About how it's acting autonomously from you.
She says she could answer that. She says, I don't know where it is right now, but somehow I know that when you let me out of here, Alvis knows where it is. I think he's headed there now.
What's he going to do?
And she like chokes a tear back and like coughs. She says, I think he's coming to see me. And that can't happen. We can't let that happen.
Right, because then she'll get him.
Yes.
Do you know if she was the one? Does a This is Sheila isn't pausing here. This is Simon pausing to check.
Yeah.
Hmm.
While you're doing that, uh, to the rest of the game, uh, do we know why her real body is bad? Did she say why it's bad, or did she just say it's gonna do to Alvis what it did to her?
Yeah, my next question for her was going to be interrogating her. The motivations and interest of her body.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Crystal Falls, Arkansas? Is that anything for you?
No.
Sure. I've met your body before. This is all very strange to me because of that. That's an additional layer of this.
Fucking what?
Yeah, news to the party.
Yeah, a long time ago when I was a
If you guys weren't sus of Sheila before,
yeah. No, Sheila, and she's putting stuff together.
you might
A
want to
long
put
time ago
Sheila under a metal detector.
when I was a child, she they told us she was a social services worker, but I imagine that's far from the truth. Um, After I snuck into that installation, oh my god, what?
Um,
I haven't thought about that in years. Okay.
Samson appears like right behind you, like kind of
Ugh.
uncomfortably. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he says, "Yeah, I read about that in your file. That's uh that's some sleuthing for a kid. Lucky lucky for you, that wasn't the uh lucky for you, none of the machines there were uh well, luckily for you, we don't have any child-sized machines."
Uh, um.
So to to harvest her like a pod person? Is that what I'm getting here?
It really saved your skin.
She grabs her arm and rubs it, feeling her skin literally. Um. Do you, saying Samson, or you know anything about is is Emily's body still the director, presumably?
Samson pipes up and he says that um until that uh until that bomb went off, she was acting director, and I don't know if anyone that gives her that there might be someone who gives her orders, but I've never met them.
So okay,
I
well
find it
that's a
highly
dead.
unlikely that she was replaced. But until we got here and until you pried that door open and you let her out, uh all all the records I had of her and all the memories that I kept of her, they all disappeared when that bomb went up.
You see, okay, me too. Um, right, because
What?
I saw you once on May 7th, and then I saw your body over a decade ago now, and I couldn't I couldn't think of it.
Wait, I'm so confused right now. How long were you a ghost for then? Or like how long were you dead for?
She says to you, um, I didn't live to see the end of the Great War, the Second Great War.
Hmm.
I've been
And
gone a
and
long time.
and okay, so And the reason you're here is because the bomb went off like a month ago.
Um,
What happened? The gap between then.
she was following Alvis.
Yeah, she wasn't like a spirit still.
She says that I arrived in the train station, but before I could punch my ticket, Alvis called back for me, and I had to go back for him. After that,
Okay.
I stayed with him as long as I could.
I have another question.
Man, it didn't go so well for you.
That you could say that about a lot of the characters.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually says that.
Jesus Christ.
So okay, I need somebody to tell me what date we went to Share Castle on.
I gotcha.
The
First session?
Yeah,
First session, so it probably would have been the
May
3rd or
1st.
the 4th.
May 1st.
May 1st was when we got the assignment.
Yeah.
Oh.
When do we
Yeah,
get to Share Castle?
2 days
It was
later.
a 3-day drive then, I think.
2 nights, and then you got there on the 3rd night. I think it
Okay.
was I think it was the 3rd or the 4th.
Okay.
Where were you on the 7th of May?
Oh, I know that. I know the answer to that.
Yeah?
I saw her there. I saw her at the campus. She was looking into Alvis's window, and then, like she said earlier, she was caught up something in that storm. Something about that storm.
Okay, wait. Pause. I'm talking about when we went to the castle.
Now, should I
and we had
actually
like the
pause?
Okay.
No, you don't need to pause. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking about. I'm talking about
Right, a
the
few
big
days
party we went to.
before. Right. May 7th is when we see a shadow person and
Okay.
send it back. And yeah.
Okay, I meant to ask then,
Mhm.
where were you May 5th?
I mean, she tells you that days haven't been clear in a very long time for me, but
Okay.
I've been trying to stay in the same place for as long as I can. I didn't have anywhere else to go.
And what do you guys want now? Next, I mean.
I just want to make sure that my son is safe.
Turns to look at Samson.
He finishes with, I think we need to get the hell out of here. This place gives me the creeps.
Did you think that we were trying to like mess with this situation?
Believe it or not, I was actually looking for you.
Oh.
You don't say. Taps holes in shirt.
Yeah, the way you look for people is real violent, bro.
Kind of gives us the wrong message. That's what I'll say.
The first time I met you, you shot at me and then threw a pipe bomb, and you blew my jaw off.
In defense to us, you're a 7 foot tall like bear man. Who wouldn't be scared of you? What normal person wouldn't be scared of you?
Well, if any of you had talked to me at any point, I might have been able to help.
You need to work on your aura. It's very spiky and red.
Dude.
He just shakes his head like fucking. I don't understand these people.
I match his energy with that.
So
can you drink tea? Drink some chamomile from time to time.
Yeah, shut up. So you know you were.
He shoots you guys a question of. So did you guys really have no idea what the fuck you were doing this whole time?
Yes.
We kind of figured it out as we went along.
We've been led down the garden path by the whims of old, strange men this entire time. Which is why we've been. I mean, I guess we've been following our own sort of carrot on a stick, in that we've been just attempting to find out the truth about any of this for ages, for weeks now.
Well, sounds like we're in the same boat.
Well,
you know that being in the military basically makes you the bad guys, right?
Sure thing, hippie.
I mean, you guys detonated the bomb that did this, so
I'll accept your criticism and file it under who gives a shit.
yeah. Well, good luck getting home. I walk towards the border.
Damn. Jack is sassy.
Hey, my last character was a guy who would say yes to anything, and I'm trying not to do that again.
That's good.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Now,
you know what? As I'm walking away, I think I'm gonna try checking on Pearl.
That's gonna be harder.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you double disadvantage, but you can try. If you can come up with a reason to counter one of those.
Okay, so I believe that I connected to the whole train and everyone in it, which she was. At least at the time that the connection was made.
Okay. I'll get you that. That's true. Your two disadvantages are, one, you're really far away right now, and two, you don't know her that well. But that's a true point. You have a connection to that train. You put one down without knowing it 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Feel free to listen back for that.
No, I remember. I remember that.
Yeah, so there's an anchor. You know what? Since nothing's off the table, I didn't initially think that she was actually psychic, but well, Jack didn't initially think that she was actually psychic. I wasn't sure. She just seemed like a charlatan. I wonder if I can catch her vibe and not just look for her physically. Like, where's her attention? We did share a moment there.
Yeah. So you go ahead and roll with disadvantage.
Okay. Hey, we upgraded that to a single disadvantage. I'll take it.
Yeah, double disadvantage means you can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
That's a 1, not an exclamation point. Exclamation point's over here.
Hey, I have a question, completely unrelated, kind of related, tangential.
Note it down. And when Jack rolls after that, we'll do that.
Okay. Okay.
All right. What do we got?
That's a 20.
Huh.
Unnatural.
Dirty 20.
Ew. What's a dirty 20 get you? Yeah, so here's what I'll say to a dirt 20. Yeah, Pearl's with a lot of other people right now who are like he's like huddled in one of those she's huddled in like part of that train station with like a bunch of other people.
Mhm.
Yep.
And it looks like that train is being like everyone on that train is being forced off of it. And they are frightened. You look through her attention, you like, trace where she's looking. And you can just make out what she's looking at. She's looking at one of those like she's looking at one of the cogs with no skin. And it's like watching over that crowd. It is armed and everyone is terrified of it.
All right. Fucking. God damn it.
Reminder
All right. Well,
of
I'm
what
having my
these look
moment.
like.
Yeah, reminder. They look like they look like black skeletons with like a purple glowy bit in the center.
And they're just like out and about in the train station.
Yes, they have deployed
What are they
here.
doing? What are they doing?
Can't tell, Jack. You don't have
Okay.
enough of the scene. There's still that air raid siren going off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. All right. Do you guys say anything while I'm like skulking off for a second?
Yeah. You know.
That question,
No, it wasn't a Sheila question, it was a Simon question. So remember that montage episode we had?
yeah, like golf.
Did we in that montage episode watch The Empire Strikes Back together? Because that came out May 21st, 1980.
Yes, that definitely happened.
Yeah. So we got a
Okay.
real Obi-Wan, we got a real ghost Obi-Wan situation going on here.
Yes.
We have. I was checking when this movie came out because I was trying to know if we had Force Ghost, and we do by like 3 weeks.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
It's so topical.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, I'm gonna call it. I want like a small OVA series where we do like where Jack has finally read The Republic and has thoughts and talks to you guys about it, or the after shot of all of us watching Empire Strikes Back and we talk about it on the drive home or something.
Yeah.
Like I think that would be a cool thing to do.
Hey everyone,
as
welcome
like bonus
to
bonus
half in the
episodes.
command line.
Half in the command line.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
So if Jack's skulking off, trying to like just like leave Samson in the dirt because he's a fed. I think Sheila says, now, I think having like someone like him on our side for once would Wouldn't be too bad.
He follows up what you say with, yeah, I'm sure wherever the hell this place is, it's probably buried deep under somewhere with tight security. You really think you're gonna be able to shoot your way out by yourselves?
Sheila turns to Jack and shrugs.
Am I how able to hear this am I?
This room is dead silent, other than you guys talking.
No, I mean, because I didn't know if I was like tranced out while I was checking other places.
No, you can hear it. You just hear two
Okay.
places at once.
Wait, hold on. Are we on? We're not in like some kind of spirit world or something? Or you're talking like we're on Earth still?
Samson says, I mean, where else? Where else?
I mean, theoretically, anywhere.
Look, man, you never know.
Do you know where we are? How it's oriented and
No, I asked you that, and you didn't know.
I remember that we flew through a storm before, or like we're coming up on a storm, and then I don't remember the inside of the storm. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Sheila turns to Emily and says, "Do you have any idea?"
I relay that we passed through a storm.
I'm worried that for someone like me, someone without a body to go out with, that this place might be a dead end.
All right.
And you can't project out like you did.
I just look back at at the train where we came from a second time. More of him are shepherding people into into the corner, probably to be shot. There's sirens going.
That's part of what I was coming to warn you about.
Hey, we got to get out of here. Warn us.
Yes.
All right. Well,
you're bad at communicating, like really bad.
I didn't exactly know if I could trust you, which I guess I have.
No, that's a good point.
I guess I don't have much of a choice.
Did you know about the brains in the jars on the train?
Yeah, that was part of the warning. The cogs, after that bomb dropped, they went crazy. You know, I've seen them do bad things to a human body before. But I've never seen them eat before.
All right.
When was
this
the last
probably
time?
Gonna hurt a lot. No, Jack's just gonna talk over you.
You gotta.
All right. How many of you do you think you can take?
Well, he cricks his neck, and instead of like a bone cracking noise, you hear like a.
Oh, that's a meaty noise. Oh shit.
He's like,
yeah.
I think I could take a few. I'm a little heavier than the other models.
Samson, what is your greatest weakness?
My bleeding heart. Apparently.
I think she nods and like holds out her hand to him.
He takes her hand. He gives you a very solid handshake. But
Yeah,
he does not.
she returns it.
He does not crush it.
Right.
So, Samson, when was the last time you manually jacked in to get updates on orders?
Hmm. I haven't jacked in manually in probably almost a decade.
Fantastic.
Let's keep it that way, because we don't
Yes.
know if
Good.
you might change too if you jack in.
No, I know that I will. I've seen it happen to others.
Well, it's unfortunate.
Good enough. All right.
I've been getting all my reports. I've been posing as a human and getting my reports on paper.
Well,
Good enough. All right, kids, we're on the clock. I point at Emily. Like, I guess we'll like take you home in a bottle or something like that. If I jump back, do you think you would come with me?
I don't think I could make it to you, but if you could take this, and she like holds up her hand again, and that thread appears.
Mhm.
There's the one that has like a
Mhm.
heartbeat monitor that's like very erratic. That has like electricity coming off it, and then there's just like a loose tether.
Mhm.
He says, "I think if you could tie this to Alvis, I'd be able to follow you there." And she gives it to you, Jack.
All right.
And when she does that, there's a rumble, like an earthquake.
okay.
No,
Yeah.
now, Jack, I don't mean to be a hater, but can you even get us back?
Gonna find out.
I
I like start loosening up.
I think I helped pull you here, but I think you can just get out through that through the walls.
Sheila reloads her revolver and then checks that the revolver in Samson's case is loaded.
It's loaded. There's also a
Yeah.
speed loader in there with it.
Ooh, fun.
Yo.
That's also loaded.
Fantastic.
Revolver speed loaders are so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That thing's mean, by the way. It's snub nose, but it's 32.
Cool.
I don't know gun stuff, so that okay. I'll believe you.
That's kill a cow.
Gotcha.
Not like by gut shotting it, but yeah, if you put that to a cow's head, it's dead.
All right.
And you probably know what snub nose is, but snub nose meaning the barrel is like shorter than it's supposed to be.
Real short. Compact.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheila's now a true fucking cowboy. She has 2 revolvers.
All right.
Does Jack have a gun?
Yeah, still in my jacket.
Oh wait, Danny doesn't have one.
Yeah, I don't have one. I feel like I should have one.
I'm gonna
At this point, yeah.
I'm gonna hand Danny my SAA, which is a lot lighter of a gun. I think.
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
New shiny.
Yeah.
You guys walk up to the edge, and
don't drop that.
And Emily says, I can't go with you, but please just get me back to Alvis, and I think we can try to make this right. Undo some of the damage.
Well, he's got my
that's been
car.
done.
We'll figure something out.
I think Sheila takes a Post-it note out of her bag and sticks it on the ground.
Like here?
Yeah.
Just one? Okay.
Yeah.
You want to write anything on that?
That's probably important.
We'll come back.
That's
what she writes.
okay.
Would you like me to roll to connect? No, I shouldn't say that. What I'm gonna say is Sheila is really fucking putting her heart into that.
Okay. You get to roll for that later.
Okay, cool.
If you
roll the,
if you recall it,
right?
You know, that way we don't have to remember a roll until it maybe comes up.
I like it. I like that. That's good.
Yeah. Samson, he gets up to the edge, and he says, "All right, you lot stay behind me. I'm a lot more bulletproof than you are." And
That's for sure.
Sure thing.
He steps into it.
Oh, he's stepping out through this. I was gonna try and teleport tackle us home.
Sheila follows him.
All right. In fact, that is still my plan. I'm gonna go get you guys.
I think I follow Jack.
I tried to say this to you earlier, Jack. In like a coded diegetic tutorial way, but Emily basically said that for you to be able to jump this far, she was pulling on you as well as you were pulling on her.
Was she pulling on Jack like through his connection to Albus?
He ate some thread.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's how that happened.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyone want to follow Samson through?
I did. I'm
Oh,
right
yeah.
behind him. I gave him a firm handshake.
I'm right.
All right.
I'm right behind them.
I consider him my ally.
Yeah. Emily waves goodbye to you all as you turn and go through it.
Yeah.
And you fade, and your world fades into black. When you come to, you're standing in an elevator with Samson. It's like a industrial elevator. It looks very old, like turn of the 20th century old. It's like rusted and like corrugated metal. It's like trundling along upwards, and you can tell you're very deep underground. He's standing on it, having like just like flipped a switch up apparently as you all like appear one by one in this elevator. And he's like double checking his gun is loaded. When you appear, and once the last of you shows up, he says, "All right, plan's pretty simple, I guess. You guys lead me to Alvis, and Alvis will lead us to the director, or point me in the right direction at least, and I'll go find her."
What do you want with her when you find her?
I think I'm gonna ask who Emily is, because I don't as long as I've worked for as long as I've tried to even though I've been trying to keep her safe for this long, it's never been fully clear to me if she is I've always thought that she was a cog, and now I'm not so sure.
Maybe something in between. Well, whatever it is, we'll figure it out. I'm also curious about what that lady sitting across from me at that table was all those years ago. So
there is another there's another rumble, but now that you're in the real world, it feels like that's probably less metaphorically bad and more definitely bad.
yeah, more literally bad.
Yeah. The elevator like stops, comes to a grinding halt at the top, and there's like a like shutter door that that is like locked, got like a padlock on the outside, and Samson just like reaches through and like rips the padlock off and then pulls it open slowly.
Sheila like eyebrow raises at Jack.
Yeah. Pulls gun, checks chamber. Chamber is not actually loaded. Racks the slide.
Good. That's gun safety right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sheila, can you help me with this?
So, so this little switch that lets you actually shoot it when you want to. I mean, you just pull back the hammer. Have you not seen like cowboy movies?
I've seen. Wait, did that Cowboy versus Alien movie exist yet?
Probably not.
Pain.
I do have to note that Westerns were inescapable.
Yeah. No,
for
for
a
sure.
good while there. Like anytime before Blazing Saddles, like you there was something like 50 new IP per year, which for a world where there's 3 channels and only movies on film is insane.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Dude, anime, bro. Anime seasons.
Yeah,
And that's just Westerns.
that's just
crazy.
fucking cowboy movies.
Mm-hmm.
She'll give you a crash course. I thought you shot before.
Yeah, that was like a different gun. This gun
Right,
is weird.
sure. Well, this is a lot more utilitarian. It's a lot more streamlined. It's all there's no fiddly bits. It's all distinct. It's all direct.
I'm gonna check on Pearl again.
Yeah.
That's less hard now.
Okay.
But yeah, here's what I'll say. Roll disadvantage. Advantage on that connection for me, please.
Okay.
We're still on the elevator.
Yeah.
No, like, Samson has just like opened the door and like formed up. You're like at the top of what looks to be like a brick. Like you're in like a little brick room. Oh, what's a
12.
Yeah, you go to look. You got to look for her, and they're and as you're like sending your attention in that direction, there's a one of those rumbles hits again. And when that happens, it like sends you spiraling, and you like snap back. It feels like you just like dodged a bullet.
Hmm.
I feel like
Cool.
I feel like now is a bad time.
Gotcha. All right.
Samson is like he's like up on this. There's a door in this like you're in like a back room, like utility room. You're in like a utility lift. This looks like a spot where you like stack boxes to be put on an elevator to go up and down.
Mhm.
There's a lot of like deep scratch marks in the floor. Um, and they're in like, yeah, there's like scratch marks in like sets of 3 that are like not like a quarter inch in the concrete, but they are like visible in the concrete.
Like
Mm.
3 claws.
Yeah, like 3 claws that have like scratched. Like there's a lion, like tracks that a lion would leave walking through mud.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Samson's formed up on the door and he says, he like kind of whisper yells at. Oh shit! There goes my water. He kind of whisper yells at you that when you guys are done with your basic training, I could use some help with this door.
Yeah. Sure. Pats Danny on the back and says, "What's the problem?"
He like pushes on the door and it like feels it's like barred on the other side. And he says, "I can get through, but this is gonna be a little loud."
Would you like me to try?
He turns his offhand upward and gestures to the door. Impress me.
Are there any wired fixtures, outlets, anything like that around this door?
There's a light switch and there's a light there's like halogen bulbs up above you.
Okay.
Mhm.
I mean that's like exposed. It's just like in metal pipes, like that kind of thing.
Right.
It's installed on top of brickwork.
Yeah. I think I'll Can I undo that light switch with like my wire cutters or something? Can I just like pull off the plate?
Have Samson do it.
Yeah. That's a better idea.
I mean, sure. I will ask him to remove it for me, which I imagine is just a rip.
Yeah. I imagine that Sheila just like you just have the end of your gun and you just like tap the faceplate of the light switch, and he looks a little puzzled, but walks over and then just like peels it back.
Yeah.
Like 1/3 of a banana.
Fantastic.
The wires are like stretched just to the breaking point, and they're a little frayed.
Sure. Perfect. Perfect avenue to, jump into. I'm gonna try to come out on the other side of this door.
Okay. Roll do you think that is? How do you feel about that?
Wait, hold on. Instead of the other side of this door, if it's wired, you could potentially come out anywhere where the wire is. We can get a lot further than just the other side of this door.
Sure. I wouldn't want to get too dislocated from you guys, though.
I figured you'd be taking us with you. Do you think Samson can fit?
Samson looks back and forth like you people are fucking weird as shit. Him looks back and forth like he doesn't know that magic is literally real.
Look, it's been he's his bones are made of metal. Come on, buddy, you gotta keep up.
Don't worry, Samson. I also have yet to do any weird magic shit. My camera is magic though.
Fine, whatever. Just
Look, I'll keep. Can I get a feel, like without jumping in, to try to determine where I could come out of this?
I feel like you're gonna be able to, you could probably put your hand in there, but where it comes out, that's probably what your role is.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay. I mean, I'll roll for it.
Where are you
I'm
going?
willing to.
Where are you trying to go?
Up and out. I guess.
Up and out this room?
Or this facility, wherever the hell we are.
Okay. Um. Yeah.
And but with the thought of, if I can control my momentum in the system at all, I would like to, you know, be discerning my options.
Yeah. Okay. You can roll with disadvantage
Okay,
on
what
this.
am I rolling?
I think you're gonna be rolling. You're trying to discern, like, you're trying to discern something from a bunch of, you're trying to outline something. You're trying to outline this building.
Okay, I'm also, trying
Hmm.
to magically jump into an electrical system. So keep that in mind also. But I think that's also connection.
Outlining is separation.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I mean, that's the same stat for me. So let's, uh, hmm. Does anybody think, can anybody think of a way to help me?
What a fascinating question. No one else has
All
done this
right.
before.
That's true.
No one else has done this before. Well, we have gone through the wire though. It's not like we have no experience. I've gone through it twice because, like, you were looking through stuff twice. Where I was, you got us to the other side of a door, and also we saw the purple evil thingy.
That's true. You did see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jack, you
yeah. I
did.
think I've got the best shot at helping you out.
Yeah, Jack, you saw that one. You weren't pulled to the other side of a door. It was the door was open and then you went through.
Yeah, I basically undid
Okay.
the lock, and then we just went through normal.
Okay, so I've been through it once then.
Yeah,
Close
yeah.
enough.
Or this sort of similar sensation situation.
Jack has had an unspoken change of heart, and while not specifically advising to get to the other side of this door, is trying to do that, like, hand on shoulder as you do this, I guess, like reach my feelers attention, whatever, through to some outlet or something on the other side of this door.
Sure.
Okay.
Both roll disadvantage.
Well, no, he's helping me.
Yeah. You get the
All right.
higher
We have
of
different goals.
the two rolls.
Okay.
That's what I'll say. I'm not
2d20
sure how
plus
that
7.
works out mathematically. That's probably able to be worked out as just like some kind of, math bonus, but I'm not simplifying it. Just roll twice.
Okay.
All right. Now, because I have a specific destination in mind, is it connection for me?
Where are you trying to go? The other side of the
Because
door?
I'm other side of the door. I'm not trying
Sure.
to
Go ahead.
feel it out.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do it on 3, 2. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
All right, Sheila, that's a 19 on you, and Jack, that is a 17 on you. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, so Sheila, I think you feel like the the network that you like plug into, like the electrical cables.
Yeah.
There is um a um you realize that you're not in like a military base. You're not
Okay.
in like a like you're vaguely familiar with the structure of military base. You've broken into one.
Yeah.
Um
Twice.
Mhm.
Two.
two actually, yeah.
Yeah.
They're usually very, like sprawling and like maze like. They're very flat.
Yeah.
Um whatever building you're in right now is a tower.
Okay.
Um
Right.
there's a large generator room at the base, which is about where you're at right now. Um and it looks like a lot of power is going upward
Hmm.
all throughout it. Um Jack, uh Jack, I think you just there are yeah, you just get like spat out on the other side of this door.
Hmm.
Okay.
Um maybe like your upper torso or something. Like how about this? Your right arm and like your shoulder and your head come out of like a light socket on the other side.
Okay.
Um and you're in like a big like empty tiled room. There is it's like polished floors with like a lot of um
That doesn't show up on camera.
it did, at least from what I can
Okay.
see. There was there's like polished floors and like wooden reliefs on the walls. Um and there's what looks like a large crowd of people like coming in like down a staircase from outside. Um
Here.
you look up to the door that you're right next to that you're apparently on the other side
Hmm.
of. There's a like the door is like barred slightly. It has like a little thing, basically a little like lock dimmied in between the two door handles, and or
Mhm.
like a bike lock basically, and then it just has like a pathetic little rope like laid in front of it, or not laid in front of it, but like one of those things that they use to set paths in like an airport.
Mm. Hmm.
Um,
Like the velvet rope type deal, or the
yeah, the little seat belt.
polyester tape.
Yeah, the little seat
Yeah.
belt. Um, yeah. You look around. There's not like there's no guards anywhere. There looks to be like a bunch of tourists who are like running in here, cowering. And there's like a gift shop over there. Uh,
All
there's
right.
a gift shop in this large empty area. Um, this is like a this is it looks like you're at the end of a tour in like an amusement park.
Fuck it. Diving through the rest of the way.
Yeah,
Uh.
you pop out the other side and then just like uh knock on the door, and Samson takes that as a cue, and he just like you see one set of four fingers just like come through the center between the two doors, and then
Hmm.
like kind of crunch up into like a fist inside the hole, and then just like rip the bike lock out, and it just falls to the
Perfect.
floor. And then he just like swings the doors open, and uh when he does, he like comes out with his gun, like clear the what uh he's like, where the hell are we? um you're in,
I can't tell.
um you guys like kind of wander over to this crowd as they're like
Hmm.
cowering, and outside you can hear like like a muffled air siren.
Yeah.
And there's another one of those rumbles.
All right, fine. I'm gonna hiding the gun. I'm gonna like pull one of these tourists aside by the shoulder and like, where's the train station?
Yeah, you go over there and there's a bunch of tourists who are dressed up in New York memorabilia. You got a lot of I love New
Cool.
York hats. You got someone with like their hair done up like the Statue of Liberty. It's got the spiky crown on it. And it's dyed a really ugly green. There's
And you know what?
We came out of New York.
Otherwise
We're under the Statue of Liberty. Maybe.
You there's like a tour guide who is like trying to like get everyone to calm down. And Samson just like walks up to the guy who looks like he's in charge. And he just like pulls a badge out of his coat, and he just says to him, "Hey, what's going on here?" And the like stammering intern just like well, we're in the middle of our like fire safety precautions. There was an alarm going on outside, so our tour has stopped temporarily. And he's like, "Yeah, whatever, shut up." Then he just like walks away.
Yeah.
And he walks back to you guys and he's like, "Seems like it's bad out here. We should probably get a move on." Sheila, you're presumably standing there, and he says, "Well, you find anything else while you were looking around?"
So are we at the top of the structure or the bottom of it?
You're at the bottom.
Okay.
There's like a staircase that leads up and out. It's like wide enough for like 10 people to come in and out.
You are really low.
Yeah. I mean, she'd tell him what she learned.
Yeah.
And say, if I have any, I think our best bet might just be go on foot. I don't want to get us trapped anywhere.
Well, we need I think we'll need a vehicle if we need to get anywhere quick, but let's head outside. And
We can make that happen.
You guys head up, like out that what's it called? You guys head up and out those doors, and you see before you the like New York skyline in the very near distance. And you like turn around to look, and Jack, you were correct. You can pat yourself on the back. You're very smart. You guys come out of the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
There is a oh yeah. Nearby there's like a ferry boat that has been parked. There's also like a like tour helicopter that just landed in the on like a little helipad by the like probably like 300 feet away from the statue. And there's some very it looks like a couple on like their anniversary, like an older couple. They come out of it. They have like flowers around their neck and stuff, but they're like real dressed up. They're like, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on?" And they're being like shepherded over here also. Those air raid sirens, you can hear them. They're coming from the mainland.
Is there any like visual indication of the problem?
There's what appears to be like to the north. To the north, like kind of yeah, like inland, I guess. There is like a big like black. There is one of those big black like mushroom clouds.
Oh,
Um, not like like the ones that you have seen before.
right.
Hmm. The ones that we have seen with our eyes,
The one that you
specifically.
have seen with your eyes.
Mhm.
There's one.
Gotcha.
There's one to the north, and it looks like it's maybe like 15 miles off, and like looking around as you're crossing this like grassy yard. There's another one like to the southwest that looks like it's like way far off.
To the
Uh,
southwest.
yeah, like farther inland.
Southwest of New York City.
It's towards
Is still New York City.
yeah.
Sure.
Southwest of New York City is still New York City.
That's like
Yeah,
where
but
that's where like Jefferson is, I think, in New York.
okay.
Um, yeah. Um, Samson yells over the noise to the rest of you, and like pointing at the helicopter.
Yep.
There's our ride.
You can fly that thing?
Of course, he
I
can
got-
fly it.
I got my 300 hours of flight back in Vietnam, but forgive me if I don't have my license on me.
All right. All right. Just start moseying towards the helicopter.
Oh, sorry, he doesn't
Yeah.
say Vietnam. I think he's Laos.
Ah.
That's better.
That's actually what he said.
Yeah.
That's homework for you people at home.
Yeah. Go
What
look
was
that up.
what was America doing in Laos?
Yeah. American, U.S. military Laos. Look it up.
Yeah. Command line really happened, guys.
Mm. More of this is true than you want.
Yeah. He walks up and there's like a pilot who's like out and strapping down or like starting to strap down
Mhm.
the helicopter. He walks up to him and he says and he's like uh no sir, get out, you gotta get moving, get inside, and he like flashes his badge at him.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, I gotta strap this down, the storm might knock it over. And he just pulls out his gun and like points at him with his badge, and then points ever more forcefully. And after a little bit of like back and forth arguing, the guy relinquishes and just like heads off. There's another rumble, this time like from the city itself. You don't see like anything go off, but you do see like a wave coming from like out from the city, like kind of towards the island you're on.
Yeah.
Like a visible wave in the water.
Hmm.
You guys mount up in a helicopter.
Yep. Here we go.
Yeah. And
if there's headphones in there, I want to put them on.
There is.
This is
Cool.
like this is like
this is a touring helicopter. Yeah. There's. I guess one other thing. While he gets inside the helicopter and he just like flicks a bunch of stuff and it starts like whirling up and coming on. He goes over and there's like a fuel pump at the edge of the platform. He takes it. He brings it over to the chopper and he puts some in it. While you're putting your headphones on and getting strapped in, you see him like when he's done like filling up the tanks on the helicopter, he takes the nozzle and he just puts it in his mouth.
Oh,
Well telegraphed. Loving it.
There's like a little bit of oil coming out of his mouth, and then he takes it and just like he doesn't even put it back. He just like tosses it,
Mm.
and then he climbs in and gets ready for takeoff. He turns to face all you. Who's in shotgun?
Oh, I definitely am in shotgun.
yeah.
Yeah. Sheila, Jack, there's a bucket of ice with wine in it. In there.
Whoa.
Along with like some little other like a little snack tray. Samson gives you all a thumbs up and waits for the return signal before he quite suddenly like takes off, like pulls up into the right, and he starts flying, and he said and he shouts, he kind of shouts over the headphones, all right, one of you point me in the right direction, and we'll cut Alvis off on the way there, or we'll meet him in the middle.
I think Sheila would like gesture across to Jack as she picks up the bottle of wine in this little bucket and
Yeah. Jack, do you have a? Do you want to act as a compass? Oh, they're all disconnected.
Yes, I very much do.
Yeah.
Is it just me?
It's currently just.
Oh, we're slowly filtering back in.
We're filtering a little slowly back in.
Yeah, it's just the cameras. I think we're all here. So
yeah, I've now returned.
Welcome back.
Sheila would gesture to Jack as she picks up one of the bottles from the ice bucket to see what it is. She says, "I don't have the connection like you do. I can help if you want, but I haven't done that kind of thing yet."
I hold a hand out, like just sort of off to the side. I'm not making direct eye contact, but
sure.
Just wait. You're on that.
Yeah,
yeah, you are on that side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna make you roll for this because you have time to focus on it, but you managed to get.
Can I learn what it feels like to do this though during this time?
Yeah, you can do that.
Cool.
Sheila, what's your connection? 7.
7, yes.
7, correct. Okay.
Not as good as it.
Not quite as good, but you're learning and you're practicing. That's what's important.
Correct.
Yeah. You and Jack you zero in on Alvis, who is currently fucking speeding down the interstate. like 105 miles an hour. There's a lot of cars that are like he's like zooming past cars that are like pulled over or like getting abandoned on the side of the road. And Danny, while they're focused on that and Sam's focused on flying, you have a very wide field of view up here in the cockpit. You like are looking around at New York that is like slowly being like filled up with or like covered by these like dark clouds that are starting to like form and billow out from these like distant explosions.
Nice.
The explosions aren't like They aren't causing like massive physical damage, by the way. Like they're not, but they're causing mass psychic damage.
For sure.
Maybe the one in, yeah. You probably look back at the, what's it called? You probably look back at the Statue of Liberty, and you give it a hard look, and you can like see in a like immaterial way, Danny, that the like you can see the massive pillar that is like covered up by the Statue of Liberty. The the like black like obelisk thing. It is the full size of it.
That's
fucking
really not
wonderful.
Good. I'd say that you're also seeing like the bay is like in like total turmoil. There's like huge waves coming up. They're like 10, 15 feet tall. And just before you like disappear above a cloud layer, you see like up and out of the water like a giant like black like spider leg comes up out of the water.
Whoa.
And stabs onto the mainland.
Oh my god.
It's probably like it's like arching up in like 3 segments. And like its peak is probably as tall as the Statue of Liberty. It's fucking huge.
That's not good.
And I think that's where we're going to end off this episode of Command Line.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think that was an informationally dense episode.
Yeah.
We'll pick back up in the helicopter next time on Command Line.
Oh
man.
I'm glad
Statue of Liberty.
Peace, Statue of Liberty.
When he has a moment to breathe, Jack is going to be haunted by leaving Pearl to die. And maybe be eaten?
I'll say that you tune into her like as when you have a moment, and there's a lot of interference, but you feel like she's on the run.
Okay. Well, at least I'll feel guilty from a place of slightly elevated security.
Yeah.
Damn, Jack is.
I'll save her for later.
Jack is totally the kind of person to catch Omega feelings in a situationship.
Else before the episode ends, guys? Anything else that I'm forgetting?
I mean, no.
Okay.
I give. Go ahead.
No, nothing.
I give the directions in Clockface terms because I remembered watching the TV show 12 O'Clock High as a child. A thing that actually happened to me.
Yes, of course. Except when you were a child, it was probably reruns.
When I was a child, it was reruns.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yes.
Tequila definitely pops open that bottle of wine. What is it?
You're the wine expert. You tell me.
Oh, I get my fucking pick of the litter?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
shit.
How fancy was the anniversary that those two were on?
What kind of wine do you have in a helicopter? I feel like you have a nice white in a helicopter.
All right. Sure. There's that.
Probably like a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc or something. That's what I think.
You got it, Chief. That's there.
Yeah,
It's there. It's canon.
yeah.
All right, everybody.
You know, she's sipping as like she's watching this fucking scene in terror.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. See you next time
Bye.
See you
Goodbye,
next time.
liners. Remember to
on
look up what the U.S. government did in Laos.
what? Yeah, do that.
Yep.
Also, but do it in a safe browser. See everyone next time on the 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 next episode of Command Line. Woo! Oh God.
Bye. What was that?
I was
See
deciding.
ya.
I was deciding how much to say, how much to reveal.
Okay.
I decide nothing. Yeah, but see you bitches next week.
Fair enough.